Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your January 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Pisces and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, perhaps you're partnered up, maybe you're going through a challenging situation with someone close to your heart, we will dive into it all. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links, Pisces, in the description box below. All right, we have here healing family issues, worth waiting for, and we also have honeymoon. It says here for honeymoon, enjoy the bliss holiday time together. So if you are taking a little bit of a time out in the month of January, if you are traveling or visiting family, regardless of relationship status, if you are partnered up, you may be traveling with your significant other. And if you are single, you may be visiting family or deciding to go on a new adventure in the month of January. Now, if you're single, I do sense here that a lot of you are wanting to call in a soulmate. Some of you have been single for quite some time, and it says divine timing is at work in your love life. So I am sensing that 2023 is going to be the year where what they're showing me is the Hanged Man, but in reverse. So I feel that if you've been waiting for quite some time to find or attract the love that you truly desire and the love that you deserve, Pisces, 2023 is going to be a turnabout year for you, where you may attract the type of love that you've wanted for quite some time. Now, regardless of relationship status here, you are healing and have been overcoming some family dynamics, family issues here. It says your love life benefits as you maybe forgive your own parents. This could be about healing limiting beliefs that were set or based in childhood. Some of you may have lost loved ones, including parents, family members, children, or you may be widowed as well. So I do feel that healing is relevant for you. However, this is going to be something that helps you in 2023 as you continue to do the self-work on yourself, Pisces, and you continue to heal or mend family issues as well. So very powerful energy showing up right away. Let's dive into your reading and see what is the heart of the matter. What's the heart of the matter for Pisces in the month of January? Six of Wands, beautiful. This is the card of recognition, success, happiness, achievements. When the Six of Wands shows up, I do sense that there's going to be some sort of recognition, or your energy is magnified in the month of January, and it's actually going to set the tone for the rest of 2023. Now, we're still going into a little bit of a retrograde as we navigate into the new year, but towards the end of January into February, things really start to speed up. And the Six of Wands here is about finally, after a time of maybe not being heard or feeling heard, understood, or shining your light. That's why you have the worth waiting for, because it was worth it here. Some of you are going to meet someone and you've had to possibly kiss a lot of frogs, sort of being, in order to get to where you are going. So the Six of Wands energy is about recognition, achievements. Some of you had to overcome some sort of sense of low self-worth or lack of, maybe built in childhood. But I am feeling here for you, there is a victory wreath right here. So there's some sort of a cycle ending. It wouldn't surprise me to see the world showing up here in your reading. Now let's take a look, Pisces, and see what's crossing your energy in the month of January. What's crossing your path? Four of Pentacles. This is about you opening up to love, opening up to intimacy, to affection, to allowing yourself to shine your light beautifully. Now, some of you have felt like you've had to dim your light in order to fit in or in order to belong. Maybe it started from childhood where you were maybe the child that didn't want to shine too much because you would outshine another sibling. This could be that you've always had to struggle or fight for attention, whether it was from a parent or from a teacher, or just in your relationships, you've struggled to find the balance at times. Now, when the Four of Pentacles shows up for you, this is about not holding on to grievances, holding on to grudges, and being able to just flow. And I am getting that energy of forgiveness here as well. And that may be why you have the healing family issues showing up here for you, because some of you may have put up some sort of barrier around the heart because of a loss that you have endured, whether it was a physical loss of a loved one or an emotional loss of a relationship that maybe even occurred many, many years ago. Some of you had a tendency to even subconsciously, not even realizing that you may have at times sabotaged love. Now, love shows up in all shapes, sizes, and forms. It's not just romantic love. This can be love towards your children, your parents, your siblings, family members, friends, coworkers. But what is happening here is you're slowly starting to open up this heart to attracting the highest level of love of all, because you've been working on the self-development piece. You've been working on your belief systems, your triggers, and I feel that you're starting to shed light on those things, and there's a recognition. And once you recognize where you play a role in your love life, I feel like the game changes here, and you won't have to hang on so tightly, because sometimes we put up walls as a defense mechanism. So this energy here is about you showing affection in all different relationships in your life and starting to see them reciprocated in return. So there is that equal give and take. There is reciprocity between you and the relationships in your life, whether it is the relationships with your children, with your parents, with your lover, with your coworkers, with your friends. There's equal give and take. Now let's take a look, Pisces, at the deep, deep past. What is showing up here in matters of the heart in the deep past? Six of Swords, getting out of troubling waters. Now, some of you may have been in a very tumultuous relationship, or many of them that were toxic, that were difficult, that were maybe even abusive mentally, physically, emotionally. And in the deep, deep past, you wanted to get yourself out of a situation. And some of you may have had to may have fled from a situation, or it was very difficult, choppy waters that you had to try to learn how to navigate through. When the Six of Swords shows up, this is a spiritual quest. It is a spiritual journey. And this journey sometimes can be dark. It can be challenging. It can be painful. It can be traumatic. But I am sensing here that in the present moment, especially 2023, you are navigating towards calmer waters. So very, very powerful. Let's see what's going on in the recent past and how it may still be affecting your present energy. What do we have here in the recent past? The Seven of Wands. This is a beautiful energy to be in, because you're coming out of that place of maybe defensiveness, or feeling at times easily offended, on guard, or even feeling the pressure coming from all angles. For those of you that may not be married or may not have had children, you may have had the pressure from family members or friends. When are you going to get married, Pisces? Or when are you going to have children? Or when are you going to start moving forward in your life, as if you had complete control over it? The Seven of Wands is saying you're taking matters into your own hands. You have the upper hand. You are non-conforming. Now, some of you are going against the grain. Perhaps you believe that marriage or commitment is just a piece of paper, that you don't need to go the traditional route. Some of you may be in the same-sex relationship, or you're just doing things differently, I feel. Now, Seven of Wands energy is about going the distance, because you are brave, Pisces. You are protecting what is yours. And we see that showing up here. You are protecting, but I am sensing that you're not holding yourself captive to some sort of a bubble. any longer. The Seven of Wands says that if you've been in your bubble or if you've been in your space, it's just so you could avoid drama, negativity, or just remain in a peaceful state of mind for as long as you could. When the Seven of Wands shows up here, this is about you defending yourself. So I am sensing that instead of constantly going back or feeling like people were argumentative or looking for a fight or were being challenging, you just allowed yourself to sit in your bubble for a little bit to enjoy the peace. Now let's take a look at what's coming in. What's in your headspace? What is the potential here? What is going on for you? All right, what do we have? How would you like this here, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. So this is about you telling yourself a new story. When the Eight of Swords shows up in your headspace, this is about you taking a look at the limiting beliefs, the triggers, the patterns, everything we were talking about here with the challenge. So the challenge showing up, you're well aware of. And I really like to see this because when you are aware of it, then you can fix it. It's when things are difficult and you can't quite see them, that's when it can get challenging to reprogram or to make choices in your life. When the Eight of Swords shows up, you may have told yourself something over and over and over, the same story. Maybe you've told yourself, I'm going to be single forever, or I'm constantly going to be in a repetitive cycle with this person. Or maybe you've said to yourself, I'm trapped and restricted in this relationship and I have nowhere to go. Whatever it was that you were telling yourself, whatever mental story was replaying, almost like you had it on repeat and it kept going over and over in your mind and you were obsessing about it and you were stressing about it and there was anxiety. Now you're able to flip the script here, Pisces. You're able to rewrite your future. Tell yourself a different story. That way you can put yourself on a different trajectory for 2023. Now, if you have been in some sort of a cycle, I feel like that is coming to an end. I'm getting that world energy really strong. So I do sense that there's a completion here and there will be victory. You start off with the Six of Wands. Some of you may actually be going on a honeymoon or you may be taking time to enjoy friendships, to enjoy family time, or to travel as well. Not just in January, but throughout 2023, where January may be the month that you're setting new goals. And some of those goals may be more travel or more adventure. Now, when the Eight of Swords shows up, I feel like you're letting go of fear and you're letting go of restrictions, whatever has held you back. Now, imagine yourself with your eyes closed and you're trying to navigate through a house or a building that you've never been in. Instantly, you put your hands out and you're searching for, the walls. You're searching for some sort of help that will guide you. But then imagine yourself being bound and tethered. You feel like you have nowhere to go and you feel at any given moment you could fall down the stairs or you could run into a wall or you may find yourself in a challenging or difficult situation. Now, instead of feeling trapped or restricted, you're telling yourself, I have complete control. I can take off the blindfold at any time. I can take off the handcuffs at any time. So things that you weren't able to necessarily see in the past, I feel like you're shifting that energy and you're flipping the script in order to lead a new life in matters of the heart. Now, what's showing up for you in the near future is the Ten of Cups. This is powerful. The Ten of Cups is your happily ever after, Pisces. And some of you may be saying, oh, that's woo-woo, that doesn't exist. That's a mental story that you are telling yourself. You'll never find that. You'll never accomplish that. But if you are cheering this energy on and you are saying, yes, it is time for my happily ever after. It's time to heal the family dynamic. It's time to rewrite my future and not let the past define you in a negative way. It's time to not sabotage love or sabotage relationships that want to blossom and grow in 2023. Some of you, it's time to get rid of the old so something new can replace it, something new and more vibrant and emotionally fulfilling, because that's what the Ten of Cups is all about. Ten of Cups is about serenity, family vacations, unconditional love. It is about that fairy tale ending. Now, in fairy tales, it doesn't mean that everything is going to, be amazing from here on out. You're still going to go through difficulties and challenges, but it's how you perceive and how you deal with those challenges that makes all the difference. So 10 of Cups in the near future, beautiful energy. Now, Pisces, how are you feeling about yourself or what's going on in your energy? You're ready to come out of this isolation period. You're ready to kind of come out of this bubble and take power back into your own hands to control what you can and to release what you cannot here. So when the Five of Pentacles shows up within your energy, I feel like you are shining light on, again, the things that were challenging or dark. You can see here in this Five of Pentacles that she may have had to go through a little bit of a phase, a little bit of a time out period, but the entire time that key was right there all along. Some of you may have went through a change in homes, in finances. There could have been health concerns, mental health, physical health, emotional health. But now I feel like what you're doing is you're coming up out of this difficult phase or period that you were in, and you're recognizing that you have the key here to unlock the door of new opportunities. And I feel like you are ready to hit that go button in 2023. So very beautiful. Let's take a look at what is going on in your environment. What is going on in the energy around you? Let's take a look here. We have the death and rebirth. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. Absolutely. Here you are here. You're going through that cocoon stage, and the cocoon stage is quite sticky. It's quite messy. It can be quite challenging. But the good news is when you come out of that cocoon period, you realize, wow, I have wings. I can spread them. You realize that you're coming out stronger and better. And like I always love to say, Pisces, you can either become bitter or you can become better. The choice is yours. That is the gift of free will. This death energy is all about transformation, spiritual growth, transition. There is a time of an ending here, and you can no longer resist this new beginning because it's showing up here for you, regardless if you're ready or not. But I do sense that on a soul level, you are absolutely ready for this rebirth. Very beautiful. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. What are your hopes, Pisces? What are your fears when it comes to love? The Chariot, Cancerian energy. You want to move forward. And just as I was saying here about getting that ball rolling, getting moving here, that is your fear, or excuse me, the hope. The fear is, what if I stay stuck? What if I have this lack of direction? What if I'm not able to meet the love of my life, or mend a family relationship, or heal the trauma that's been stored in my body? Don't let those what ifs, there's that mental challenge of the Eight of Swords. Don't let the what ifs manifest in your life, okay? Remember what I always say about fear, Pisces, false evidence appearing real. Most of the time, those fears are just illusions that are really not even based in reality. They're things that do not even exist. So the Chariot energy says that your hope is you will move forward, and I absolutely see here that you will. Some of you are moving forward in a relationship. You're taking it to the next level, whether this is a relationship with a family member, with a child, a parent, with a lover, with a friend. You're taking it to that next level. You may be moving in with each other. You may be dating, going from friends to the dating. Some of you are getting engaged, maybe even married in 2023. Now, your final outcome, Pisces. There's the marriage card. This can be high-level commitments, the Hierophant here. You have major arcana showing up beautifully. You have here the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Death. You do have the Ten of Cups, which I love to see in your near future. So some of you are definitely getting ready for this honeymoon period or honeymoon phase. It doesn't mean that you're going on your honeymoon yet, but you may meet someone where you are in that honeymoon phase that will go the distance, okay? It will lead to that happily ever after if that is what you were looking for. When this Hierophant shows up, this is a divine connection that's been divinely orchestrated. Some of you may be meeting a Taurus or connecting with a Taurus, but you're taking a look at your traditions, your beliefs. You're taking a look at your own integrity. Does it align with what it is that you want? Are your beliefs manifesting in the physical? And I feel like because you have this Eight of Swords in your headspace, you're taking a look at the things that have held you back and restricted you from this higher level of love. And because you're shedding light to it, you're able to untether yourself, unblind yourself here, and move forward in a new direction with this Chariot energy. So a lot of you, there's some sort of high level commitment. There's some sort of divinely orchestrated soul contract that may be showing up for those of you that are single, and you're going to say to yourself, wow, this was worth it. This was worth waiting for 10 years, 20 years, whatever it was for you. Hopefully not that long, but if you have been waiting for quite some time, there is an energetic shift that is occurring even now within you as you are listening to this. Your soul is remembering. There is a remembrance happening within you, and I feel like you're connecting to your higher self. And if you've been following my prior readings, you'll know that we are shifting in frequencies. We are raising our energy on a collective level, and we can no longer be in the same frequencies that we've existed in before in our relationships. It's time to either heal and mend, or it's time to make way for new. And that's what this Hierophant is saying. It's time to head towards those commitments and those relationships and those soul contracts that are going to help us versus hinder us. So Hierophant, commitments, beliefs, traditions. You're taking a look and reprogram and rewriting your future, Pisces. Very beautiful. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the relationship message from the guidebook. And for those of you Pisces that are interested in any of the decks that are used during your reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right, we have here the to be fair. To be fair. So those of you that felt imbalanced in your love life, there's a sense of balance, equality, and wisdom showing up, because you see here, now some of you may be 38 years old. There may have been a significant change in your life around that age as well. Or some of you may have a birthday on the 3rd or the 8th. Let's just find the 38 here for you. Now this is all about balance, justice, a need to consider options. It's about mutual benefit and the law of cause and effect. And the relationship message is this: can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned. Also, the Hierophant is a card of learning and relearning as well. Sometimes relearning everything that you've already known to be true, Pisces. You may be rewriting, again, your belief system. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationships is the one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. So yes, we were talking about that in the very beginning of your reading here, is that reciprocity, that equal give and take. You have the Six of Wands coming in. So the primary focus for you in the month of January is about feeling heard, valued, and respected. Because there was a time in your life when that didn't exist, when you didn't feel like someone was listening to your needs, or they were not communicating effectively, or you even felt shameful or humiliated. You've had to dim your light in order to fit in. There's a sense of fairness now in all of your relationships. And I feel that you are being heard. You are being seen. All right, let's get a few messages from your animal spirit guides. And at this time, Pisces, I just ask, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And take a moment to just tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps it's an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month, Pisces, and post right back here on this channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Okay, so right away here we have Mouse Spirit, card 40. Now some of you may be 40 years old or be born on the 4th, but it says tend to the small things, especially if it is mental. Tend to those small things in order to help you gain more clarity. There's also an energy here of grounding. Now, some of you may need to tie up loose ends. There could be a trip coming up here for you. There could be some sort of high level of achievement, success, move, something of that nature showing up where it's important to tend to the small things so you free up that space to blossom, to really take a look at the bigger things, which is love, connection, relationships, things of that nature. Next you have here Groundhog Spirit, time to go. It's time to go here. Now some of you, I feel like it has to do with this 8 of Swords, time to let go of the mental strain, conflict, stress. For others of you, this is about reaching a new level, okay? This is about taking something to the next level. So letting go of one phase of your life or one energetic dynamic in order to shift and move into something new. So again, this is kind of like that world energy of closure, feeling like you finally are feeling that sense of fulfillment, wholeness, and taking it to the next level. But you must let go of the things that you no longer need in your life or the things that are not serving you any longer. For some of you, it certainly could be a person. You may have run your contract, your soul contract dry, and you may be deciding to commit to yourself, and that's okay as well. We have Buffalo Spirit. This is card 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. There is a turning point in your life, and it says the abundant universe will provide. So if you have been stressing out about love or a relationship, or if you've been single and you've been waiting for this soulmate, know that the abundant universe will provide, but you must trust. And lastly here, Pisces, we have the Flamingo, and it says embrace the in-between. So this is what's showing up for you is this death energy in the month of January where you are going through this in-between stage right now. So whatever that may mean for you, it may feel a little bit sticky. It may feel challenging at times, but what you are heading towards is far, far better than anything that you leave behind. And it is time to go. It's time to step into that new paradigm, that new shift, and you will be so grateful you did here. You have beautiful cards, beautiful energy showing up here. So embrace this moment because it won't last forever. And even if it's sticky, challenging, or for some of you, maybe it's quite beautiful. Embrace the emotions. Ride the roller coaster here of love at times. Embrace this in between. You will be grateful you did. Now, last but not least, Pisces, we're going to see which crystal, gemstone, or mineral can help you in the month of January towards your highest love. What do we have here for Pisces? Ooh, we have pedalite, very beautiful crystal, pedalite. It's also card 42. Now, some of you, again, you may be 42. I thought did that come up earlier for you? 40 did. So some of you may have you may be 42 or have a birthday on the 4th or the 2nd. What we have here is witnessing the observer. It's about the ability to detach from control, detach from the outcome. That will allow you to flow through relationships, emotions, and feelings more easily, going with the flow instead of attaching yourself to a specific outcome or a specific pain or a specific trauma that you carry and lodge into your body. It's time to detach, and that's what this energy is all about. This is all about you being able to get out of your comfort zone as well, but this is the relationship message. There are times when you are emotionally too close to a situation to come to a real conclusion. It's also possible that what is really going on can't be seen by analyzing the details and guessing at the motives for someone else's behavior. It could be triggering you at times. Right now, the way forward is to step back, do nothing, observe. Observe the dynamic between you and another person. Soon everything will become clear, and by becoming the observer, you'll find that you really didn't need to do too much to change the energies or the situation. It has a life of its own and is offering you a valuable lesson. Sometimes we want to fix something right away when all we've been invited to do is to hold space and listen. So pedalite is a stone that assists us with learning how to detach. Okay, so if some of you are struggling with attachments, or if you have specific expectations or controlling issues that come up, maybe you're being triggered, pedalite can help you detach from a situation and see it from a higher perspective. And when you are able to do that, Pisces, then you're able to bring fairness to all around you, and you're able to bring about more balance in your life. You can see that these scales here are balanced. And there is a lot of energy going on, and it looks very beautiful. The biggest thing here I would say is sometimes we get in our own way. Sometimes our worst critic or our own enemy at times can be our mind. So in order for you to move forward with this type of love that you are worthy of, that you truly desire, and that you will attract, and you, I feel, are currently vibrating at this level, sometimes it's important just to let go of the analytical mind in order for you to flow in the energy of love, of unconditional love. So very powerful energy here, Pisces. I certainly hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to drop your power animals in the comment box below, and subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. Lots of love and light.